A very important kind of topic and element in terms of your email marketing system is your pop-ups, your sign-up forms, the way you grow your list. So this is going to be the secret to list growth. So quickly over the context, this doc will be in the kind of description, why they are so important. So I'm going to kind of run through everything about the theory on sign-up forms, and then actually kind of the different kind of elements and how you can kind of take this away into your own strategy. So they are one of the highest leverage assets inside your Klaviyo account. So it's a very small, simple input that is going to have a massive impact on your email marketing. We've had brands literally double their email revenue with one small change to their pop-up. So when you're kind of looking at the math, if you can increase your conversion rate, the amount of people that submit the percentage from 3 to 8%, with a 5% increase, your welcome flow revenue will increase proportionally by 5%. Granted, your conversion rate stays the same, which is really unlikely that it will dip down. That is a 2.6 increase in revenue. So that's compounding over the monthly, over the year, is a massive increase from just a small tweak to your sign-up form. So I'm going to expand a little bit further, but most brands just kind of set and forget this. Either they'll create one, or they'll use a generic kind of Klaviyo template, and then they'll just kind of leave it, or they don't even kind of run one at all. It's just a very simple join our newsletter, that type of thing. They are so important. Why? Because of your acquisition. So you can kind of think of it as the bridge between your media buying efforts and your email marketing system. So your acquisition, your Facebook and Google ads, all the traffic you're pushing onto your website, even organic and social media, everything coming onto your website, you're essentially purchasing that traffic onto the website. And granted, those customers might purchase then and there, or they might get retargeted through the ads, and then they'll purchase on the second time they're seeing this. If you don't have a way to capture this traffic, you are literally burning through cash and just missing out on so much revenue and capturing that audience that's coming onto your website. So a sign-up form allows you to capture this traffic and continue down your sales funnel. So majority of the customers, they're not going to purchase on the first visit to your website, but if you can capture that data, that IP, it is so valuable to then run them through your welcome flow, to run them through your campaigns, to continue down the flows, abandoned cart, visiting site, all those kind of things. It is so valuable collecting that data, where otherwise they're just hitting the website and you're just losing them, just burning through cash essentially. Pretty much just what I kind of said there. I'm very kind of passionate about this one. It's such a simple kind of way to capture that traffic, and it just really supports your entire funnel, from necessarily top of funnel, bring that attention in, and then capturing that and continuing down to nurture and prime that customer down into that sales kind of funnel. Some solid examples. So these are some client examples here. So notice we've got desktop and mobile. It's really important to have this optimized for mobile. Just get rid of the image. So just making sure the load time's really fast, and just it's a lot smaller on the screen. So just kind of tighten this up here. But same type of theory here. So these are kind of my favorite type of ones. We've got the kind of quiz, simple micro commit, and then from here this will go into collecting the email box, and then mobile as well. And then this is just the kind of simple mystery discount. So these three are kind of my favorites and work really well. So that's what we're kind of looking at there in terms of how the per se formula. So we've got the offer, style of kind of the form and the presentation, how you kind of frame this, all the elements that kind of go into it, and then A/B testing as well. So this is really important. Into the offer. So this is the most important part of your pop-up. Essentially, you can kind of think about this. You're asking the customer to trade their email address for whatever you're providing, for whatever your offer is. It's an incentive to provide their email address. So you might not think it's a massive thing, but you can kind of, if you frame it that way, it's a lot easier to kind of think about how you can get this offer to get that email address. That's what you're asking for essentially. So don't need to reinvent the wheel here or go crazy. So these are some example ones that have are proven to work. 10 to 15% off, cash back off your first order, mystery discount, free shipping, a free X with your order, free kind of tote bag with your purchase of this, things like that. And then kind of framing it with the mystery discount, 10% off here, and then you got the quiz here, which then similar to the mystery discount, kind of going into the micro commit, and then I'm pretty sure we were doing a 10% off for this client here. That's kind of running through the offer. So most important part here, just the way you frame it. These ones are proven to work. Just kind of go with that. Probably more important is presenting it as well. This is probably the biggest thing that I see. So you have the type of form, images and elements, copy, time delays, closeout. So I'll touch on each of these. My two favorites are the micro commit and the quiz. So kind of what you're looking at here. Simply, the micro commit here is you're just getting them to hit this button here. That's the micro commit, and then it's going to show them that box to input their email address. And then you've kind of got the quiz here. What are you looking for? So they can tap on the different kind of buttons there. So choosing the type, obviously you kind of want to test this, what's resonating more with your market. But these two are really kind of proven ones that do work really well. Images and elements and copy are relatively similar in terms of the theory here. Just keeping this super simple. So making this as frictionless as possible. While it might be kind of overcomplicating it or making it such a big thing, when this is appearing on the customer, when the customer sees this, you want to keep this as simple as possible. The offer's super clear. There's the box to input their email address, and there's the button to go ahead. So nice, simple image. You don't need to overcomplicate this and just jam a bunch of things onto your pop-up. The less is more essentially here. So again, don't need to read a ton of text. Simple, articulate your offer in bold fonts and minimal words. So images, kind of elements as well in the copy. With your time delays, test this out as well. And I'll touch on kind of A/B testing here, but 4 to 12 seconds is usually the kind of sweet spot. So don't want to overwhelm the customer off the bat, so it just appears right in their face when they load onto the website, and that kind of touches on this closeout part here. So customers likely just kind of click off instantly. You've got to give them a bit of time to actually take a look at the website. Well, it's only 4 to 6 seconds, however long it is. Just don't jump it right into their face as soon as possible. And then you don't want to kind of wait too long. We potentially will miss out on capturing that email address. So not too hot, not too cold, just right. So just making sure you're testing this out. And then with the closeouts, so normally you can have the X at the top of your sign-up form, the top right corner. This is a kind of reflex action almost for customers when they'll see the pop-up, instantly kind of go and click off it. You can remove the X, and actually it's more of a psychology kind of hack per se. No thanks, I don't like discounts. So everyone kind of likes the obviously a discount, a sale. So you can kind of frame it this way. This will actually allow your pop-up to be viewed first. And then obviously if the customer doesn't like and doesn't want to put their email address in, they can just click this button here. But kind of reframing this psychology, this will allow you to get more viewed and then obviously increased in the amount of conversions from your pop-up here. And with the X as well, just retouching back on this, if it loads up instantly, customer's just going to go click off right away. A/B testing. So super important here. Every week's probably a bit of a stretch, but really just constantly kind of testing this. So just making sure you're constantly seeing different things here. So you can test your offer, the type of form that you're doing, the time delay, the copy, where you're framing things around as well. So just getting those small percentage increases to really improve this as high as possible. As coming all the way back here, the higher your conversion rate is, granted your welcome flow conversion stays the same, this is going to proportionally increase, which is going to compound over time. So A/B testing is super important here. These four are probably going to have the biggest impact. Just really important to constantly see if you can get those percentages increases, as it's going to have a big impact over the long run. So A/B testing there quickly. Quickly touching on seasonal pop-ups. So Black Friday, so things like Easter, St. Patrick's Day, Mother's Day. It's really simple to just kind of duplicate your current pop-up and just rebrand it essentially to fit the kind of theme or the sale that you're doing. So really great way to actually kind of keep things fresh. And then obviously mixing this up when high volume moments. So with Black Friday, you got to have the Black Friday sign-up form there. So more money on ads, you really want to maximize kind of these visits and just making sure it's super simple way to really kind of optimize for that traffic during that specific time. And then your You can also capture current reframing this current customers on your email list. So for Mother's Day per se, creating the pop-up and setting the trigger to all customers, not just new customers. That way you can kind of see people coming onto the website. You can capture that email, and then that you're actually presenting them with the offer that way as well. So kind of examples here. So Black Friday, St. Patrick's Day, Easter, Mother's Day. So really kind of fun ways you can play around with this there. Otherwise, that's it. So really simply just to kind of run through everything that kind of creates a good sign-up form. So important, as it's such a big high lever, and complementing our acquisition efforts. Really wanting to kind of stress this here. Just making the most of the website traffic coming on, the traffic coming onto your website. So if you're spending a ton of Facebook and Google ads, you're pumping organic content and you're getting a lot of traffic, but you don't have a way to capture and monetize that attention and traffic, you're really missing out on a lot of kind of sales there. So that's really kind of it for me. Again, as always, if you're wanting to kind of get a free audit of your current Klaviyo account, so we can run through from A to Z what you're currently doing, what's currently working, rooms to kind of improve and take it to the next level, and we'll give you everything from a roadmap, a kind of detailed plan on what kind of steps you can take to implement and go to that next level. So otherwise, that's it from me. This doc will be in the description. Hope it was a bit of valuable, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.